Do you find that by the end of each year, you set up yourself a goal saying that this year will be the best year ever? I will finally get fit, I will finally start running, and I will finally start taking my health seriously. Just so you find yourself a few weeks into the new year without actually being able to pursue that goal because it takes too much time. In this video, I want to explain what I think is the best way to stick to your New Year's goals and resolutions, so it doesn't happen that every single time you set up yourself a goal, you end up failing it. Number one thing that has to happen is you have to say enough is enough. It may be that you look in the mirror and you see yourself in the shape that you're not happy with, you have a bit too much belly fat, you have a bit of skin loose on the back of your arms, and you just simply don't like that. But it doesn't bother you on a day-to-day basis, only when you look in the mirror. At some point, you just have to look at yourself and say it's enough. That's number one conclusion that you need to come to, and simply say to yourself, enough, I don't want this life anymore, I need to change, I want to feel better, I want to look better. So that's the number one thing that must happen in your head. You just have to be fed up enough of the situation that you are in, so it kicks you into taking action. And that's where the first step of progress begins. The second thing that you need to understand is how you're gonna get to that goal. Are you someone who's self-motivated and self-accountable, where you are achieving your goals just because you set themselves up? And the chances are that you're not that person if you're watching this video. So the second thing is, I need to keep myself accountable. There's a couple of ways to do that. One way is hire a personal trainer in your local gym. If you happen to be in Oxford, drop me a message. So hire yourself a personal trainer at the local gym. And it's not even about the fact that you will be training with that person and a professional will help you, but you have a set up time in the day that you see a personal trainer. So you have a commitment with someone and you have that arrangement that you know that you'll be losing money or you'll disappoint your trainer because you don't show up. So that's where accountability comes. There is a free way to achieve that, and my favorite way is tell your goals and ambitions to a friend. But not to that friend which is always saying it's okay, everything will be fine. Find that friend that will nag you. If you start eating crisps or whatever and you have weight loss goals, next to that friend he will say like a little bit, what the hell are you doing? You know, a person which can be a bit nasty sometimes, but they are very helpful in those situations. So you can go for a personal trainer or find a friend that's a little bit not the nicest person sometimes, let's put it that way. So that's how you can keep yourself accountable. It's either relying on a friend or hiring a personal trainer. I mean, I know I'm biased and the money is definitely worth it, because if you hire a good trainer, whatever you learn from him, you can just continue training for the rest of your life. You'll get into the gear, whatever. I'm not even gonna try to sell that idea any further. And another way to keep yourself accountable, for me personally, it's my favorite way, is having a commitment. By commitment, I mean an event that you would be looking forward to attend. And that event can vary. If you're someone who at least enjoys running a little bit, but you haven't really ran, there is things like Couch to 5K that one of my clients have done in the past, and she's been seeing some success to get fitter, get her into routine. Then if 5K doesn't sound like it's big enough for you, sign up for 10K or half marathon. To be honest, I think the bigger the goal, the better it is, because now imagine if you are in a mindset where it's like, oh shit, I have to run marathon in 6 months. I don't recommend that, but this is a good way. So you know you have 4 hours of running, at least, maybe 5 hours of running if you're a complete beginner, to run that marathon. And the goal is so big, it's so scary, that you know that you need to kick yourself in the action. And that's the whole idea of that. So if we think about staying on top of your fitness goals without waiting for a New Year's resolution, the best way to do that is pick yourself a date or an event next year where you enter a weightlifting competition, you enter a race on your road bike or a mountain bike, you have a badminton tournament. I'm talking about the sports that I enjoy. Run a high rocks event, whatever you like. So just go now and sign up for that event. You'll have 6 months to figure your training out. And you know that's a very serious thing because you got something ahead of you. So to give you an example, myself, I said to my partner, sign up for a run. She never ran 10K. Like she did one 7K run. I don't even know, like we have like medals somewhere around here. And that's the longest distance that she ever ran. And she was like, I want to start running, but she doesn't keep herself consistent enough. So I was like, sign up for 10K. I'm still trying to convince her to sign up for a marathon, but 10K is the distance that she never ran. The event that I'm talking about is Oxford's Town and Gown 10K event that happens every year, May, I believe. And that's 5 months from November till May, 6 maybe months. Anyways, that doesn't matter. But there's 6 months, you know that there's an event you have ahead that you have to run. I'm unfortunate enough to run in that event with her, and I haven't really ran since 2023. But for me personally, I don't see that as a stepping out of the comfort zone because I'm relatively fit. You have to make it big enough for yourself where it will kick you in the action. So for me personally, I haven't done any events. Last event I did, I remember, it's weightlifting or mountain biking race. And I haven't done anything for a couple of years now because business has been my challenge, whatever. But I have signed up for Athletes Games in August. That's next year. So we have 10 months to train and prepare. And I did that because I don't really care about the result. I did that because I don't want to get sloppy at the end of the year. Even though I'm a personal trainer, I can get lazy, same as anyone else at this time of the year. But now, since I know that I have something in 10 months where I will need to perform, hopefully at the highest level I ever did, and I have those 10 months to get ready. Training-wise, I know I need to train. And that's what I'm trying to get to you, that once you commit to an event or once you commit to a person, to a friend, you know that it's more serious than just sitting and saying to yourself, oh, I need to change something about your health. Oh, I need to start walking. Oh, I need to start running. Like, get something in front of you which forces you to take things seriously. And to make it more attractive, you can have a reward at the end of it. Let's say you really want a new iPhone, but you're unsure whether you should spend that money on it or not. Maybe iPhone is a bit too big of an example, but dream big. And let's say you never ran 10K, so you can only get that iPhone when you complete that 10K race. So there is more than just a commitment. There's also a reward at the end. It's such a shit example that came to my head, but you get an idea. So you have an event, you have a long time that you are preparing for it, and once you achieve that thing, you can get something in reward, so it makes it look like it has been more worth it, which will be worth it anyways, because the health journey alone and losing that weight that you may have in mind will be worth it alone. But having a reward at the end will keep you a little bit more on top of things. And like I said, I personally already signed up for Athletes Games, and I signed up for that with my old colleague. So there is a friend that relies on me to get as fit as I can, and same goes for him. Even though I'm a personal trainer, I still need things to look forward to, because I think this makes stuff easier. So you're always moving and you're always working onto the next thing, whatever it may be. You will have to figure out that yourself, because we are different individuals and different activities will drive us. But if you start thinking at this point, it's like, yeah, that all sounds good. How the hell do I achieve that? What if I told you there is an amazing tool that can help you to achieve that? It's called Chat. His last name is GPT. And everyone loves this tool because it's phenomenal. It would be easier for me to say, just click the link down in the description. There's no link to, buy my program. Well, if you really want to buy my program, I will add the link in the description. But to be honest, you can go to ChatGPT. You can say, I signed up for this event. I have no experience in running. I have to run 10K. Can you give me the best plan to start? And the ChatGPT will spit you a 3-day, 4-day, 5-day, whatever plan, whatever availability you have, whatever your training history is. Like, it will ask you the questions that are relevant to your goal, and it will help you to get there. You can simply use the guidance that you get from ChatGPT and start training and get towards your goal. For me personally, it would be much better to say buy my coaching, but I want people to get into fitness, and I don't really have any coaching ready at this point. I am figuring things out as I go along, but I want to help people, and I know I can achieve more eyes through these videos. So if you enjoyed this video, there is a video here that YouTube thinks that you may enjoy. And let me know down in the comments how I can help you with your fitness goals, what are you struggling with, and I will create a video around that. Right, see you in the next one.